Hello, this is Pat Walker at MissionWinners.com. We're doing a video for everybody just to kind of do a compare and contrast. There's different methods, tactics for getting into stocks or ETFs. There's different methods or tactics for getting out. And it's good to have just a couple of different setups. You don't need a million of them. Nothing fancy, just simple. I want to show you something here. This is QLD, and we were watching it. Now, something I like to do is, and this is what I do when I lead the meetings and the meetups and things like this, is I go back in time so that we can just see like, well, this is Friday, and this is QLD. It was stronger than SSO at the time. And look what it did. It gapped down and fell just a bit, and then it meandered most of the day. But then it rallied into the close on Friday. It rallied enough into the close that we said it's near its highs. We're going to buy this. We're going to buy some of this. And we did. We bought this. And this was Friday, again, closing strong on good volume. Right there near its highs. So you advance it one day. And what's it do the next day on Monday? It gaps up and it rallies up and it closes right at its highs. Well, that's great, okay? That's what we wanted. We're not, oh boy, this is all, but it's what we wanted. Now, you got a couple of choices here. You could just take all of it. But why? Why would you do that? It closed near the highs on okay volume, but it closed near its highs. Why sell all of it? Don't limit your profits. Take a little bit into strength, but don't sell all of it. The next day it goes higher on an increase in volume. Everything's great. Does this right here on the 13th. Up again. Maybe sell a little bit more. Right here, quiet, inside day. This is Thursday. It's constructive. Notice the price alerts, the up alert and the down alert. This is QLD. It's the NASDAQ 100. It's 100 stocks. So you pick it up right here. We'll say at 81.20, something like this. We bought it, in here. And there you go. It's moving up. Take a little bit off. Now let's do a compare and contrast. This is 100 stocks. Some people say, I kind of like that. You can do that. Here's something else. We have what's called the max list. I'm going to show you something. Well, no, I won't show you the max list. You all know it. This is Amazon. Look at Amazon. And we're going to go back in time. Look at Amazon, how it was closing on Friday. Gaps down, falls, closes near its highs. So we picked up some Amazon. So now this is a different deal. It's a similar setup. But instead of owning 100 stocks, you own one. Amazon. It is a max list stock. Closes strong though. Again, folks, the setup. Closes weak at the 50-day. Gaps down, falls, and closes, and it's closing near its highs Friday. Just like QLD, which is in the NASDAQ 100. So we bought some. The next day it gaps up and it runs up. And that's nice. Sold some into strength. Next day goes higher. Maybe sell a little bit more. You don't need to buy a lot of this, by the way, okay? Please don't think that. And it does this. Moves up again. And here is today. It's moved up. Entry right here. Entry price is, what is it? 16.20. Yeah, we're buying it right in here. 16.20. And it's grinding on up. It's simple. It's simple. This is a great setup. It even did it here. Look at this. Closes strong and gaps up the next day. You can see it over and over on the charts. It's just a setup. So you've got choices. You can do QLD or you can do things like Amazon. And you're just like, well, I don't want to do that kind of a setup. What else do you have? Well, you can do something like this. Long base breakout. And it lifts off on volume. Or there was another one. CyberArk. Long base breakout. Going across tops and it lifts off in volume. And it does that. So you've got choices. Choices on what to do. And something I think is very important is, we don't put a square peg in a round hole. Find, and we teach this, a couple of different tactics with good money management rules that allow you to get into the trade. It guides you to sell some into strength, and it guides you to sell more into strength if it goes up, and always make sure that you never let a good profit turn into a loss. You run it like a business. Try to let it work as long as humanly possible. Case in point, CyberArk, do we still own it? Well, yeah, it's going up. We can't sell it. You got to let it work. You can say, well, there's a phrase, by the way. I've been doing this since 1986. There's a phrase, and it's wrong. You'll never go broke taking a profit. That's a frickin' lie. You'll never go broke taking a profit. That's a lie. Banish that thought from your mind. You can say, well, no, you made profit. No, if your losses are bigger than your profits, you will go broke. So what's one of the things we do? We try to let them work as long as possible. Even on this type of setup. We'll sell some, and then we let it work as long as possible. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Just a couple of different tactics that you can use. Do you need to know 1,000,000 of them? No, just be the master of 2 or 3 of them. And then turn off the noise. Focus on the best of the best. And forget about keeping up with the Joneses. Find what fits you and do it. And last case point for you. If you could, please, stay away from the 5-minute charts. Too much emotion in those charts. And you can say, well, what do you mean? Hey, I used to look at 5-minute charts years ago. I'm telling you what, I was always getting whipped around and crud like that. So just kind of try to ride, if you can, try to ride a trend. That's the ADMA. This is the 20. It's just a trend. By the way, these stocks have great earnings and or great sales and are in great groups. And they were when they broke out. Systematize. Just make it easy. Turn off the noise. No day trades. That's how you do it. Anyway, I wanted to share it with you. I hope it helps you. My goal is this. It's not just to give tips. Anybody can give tips all the time. But if they don't educate, here's my question for you. And maybe you think this sounds sad, but let's be blunt. Let's suppose you find somebody and they just give tips. What happens if they die? And again, I don't want that for anybody, okay? I'm not wishing that on anybody. No, that's not my point. But if you haven't learned anything from them, you're no better off than you were before. It's important not just to do it, but to know why you're doing it, to why. And then you can transfer that knowledge to your situations. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I thank you very much. Hope this helps you. That's all my goal. That's my goal. Just to help, to educate, to help. And through it all, make people more proficient in the markets. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So thank you very much.